tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale.
Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Joey Slye, the kicker, stands ready.
And this one is underway here on EA Sports.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. McCaffrey on the counter.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Look at this Arizona defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they can just get their pass defense in line, this unit will be really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
On play action, Rodgers. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Jake Moody now for the point after.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Cardinals 0.
Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
The give is to DeMercado.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The Cardinals hit 11-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
To throw, it's Murray.
He'll get this to DeMercado. He's into space past the 25.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Joey Slye set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey, and they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the attack. And it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. A good pick up there of 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
To the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
People are getting paid. People are cashing checks.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. Johnson on its poke free. Football's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the second half. It wasn't the fumble. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been. It's a foot race. He's still on his feet. He's on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in this third quarter. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Pushing his way through. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
They're looking for cover, but it's intercepted. Inside the 10.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Joey Slye set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey,
another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On the handoff, it's DiMercado. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here's DiMercado.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Shotgun now for Murray. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
A 45-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. One play, 75 yards. And the 49ers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. A field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff, but this is going to go the other way. A reverse. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 5. Murray now to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Badgley on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great. Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Cardinals offense staying put. Obviously, watch out for Kyler's legs. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
49ers 18.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, have your fun. All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A very solid gain of 27.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling him back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down? Were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
In motion right is Brown. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Flush to his right. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Now that's a killer, because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on third, and then the tables turn. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So no gain on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Murray. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, their knees, and the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Here's a 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. On play action, it's Murray rolling to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
A 46-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This is 1st and 10.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Rodgers.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Again at 4 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And that not what they wanted. They lose yards on first down.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half.